porters, lagers, ales. If you're a brewmaster, put your pints in the air. We drinking ice cold beer with brews and cream stouts. Cloudy glasses, drink till you tap out. Drink till you tap out, but please don't.
Hey, it's your big homie A6 back at you again with another beer review. Lately, I was hanging out with the Spoons down in Naperville, Illinois. Alright, shout out Naperville. While I was down there, I said, hey, while I'm hanging out with the Spoons, having all this great barbecue, hanging out with my boy Mike, you know what I mean? He was on the grill, we was firing up them big cigars, you know what I mean? We was really taking it easy, you know, just relaxing on Father's Day. We was pumping the brakes a little bit. We are both fathers, so we was just taking it easy a little bit, you know. But while I was down there, I said, well, I might as well drink local. You know what the Brewmasters do. We find a good brew no matter where we at. Ran up on one. All right. It's the Always Facing or Facing Always, either way you want to say it. Check this out. Straight out of Naperville, baby. So if that didn't sound sexy, I don't know what's going to sound sexy to you. All right. It's by Solemn Brewery. And the oath I was looking at and I was like, oath. There's a little bitty oat leaf going through it. I'm like, is this like perhaps an IPA that's influenced by oat? Could be. All right. Well, if you're new to the channel, first thing we like to do is admire the can art. Now, looking at this can art, this Always Facing Always, is kind of like reminiscent of 70s newsprint. For you youngins, they print stuff on paper. All right, and it was the news, so they called it a newspaper. I know it's a strange concept when you can just Google anything, when you can just ask Alexa to Google how big the earth is, and it's going to tell you do no research. I digress. I love information too. Let me quit playing. All right, Always Facing. It's a New England style IPA. A New England style IPA straight out of Illinois. Not just Illinois. I'm talking about Naperville, Illinois. Shout out Spoons. All right. So this 1 pint can is 6.8 alcohol by volume. All right, 6.8. And I do love that, you know, I'm saying that it reminds me of Ed Asner. It reminds me of, you know, sitting at the typewriter. The typewriter was a computer back in the day, but it just had paper. That was the only electronics. So I know you guys got keyboards now, but it was something different. And so when I look at this can in the black and white with the little, you know, blue at the top, go ahead on Solemn Oath. It just very, very reminiscent of typewriter print or something that's just been accentuated a lot of times, and it's just trying to drive home the name. Okay, I get the name. All right. It's an unfiltered, unpasteurized beer. So I love that. You know, I love my New England styles to be unfiltered. How you gonna have a New England style IPA and it's all filtered, you know, and it's all clear? It's looking like a Budweiser or something. Shout out Budweiser. I need that advertising. All right. So if you're new to the channel, what we like to also do is we like to find us a glass, man. It's got to be a glass, an interesting glass. This one is a shoe Schoof glass. It kind of has a winter theme to me. It has a little winter theme to it, even though we in like midsummer right now. It has this winter little theme, but I collect. It's a tulip. It's a tulip glass, so it's gonna let everything breathe, even though it doesn't have the etchings at the bottom. So we also nice to have some. You gotta have some nice glassware, to go along with your great brew. All right. So we're gonna crack this thing open, see if it got a Midwest crack, see if we can, see if it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Solemn oath. You got that Midwest crack? You ready for this? All right. Here we go. Brewmasterz. All right, Illinois, you deliver with that Midwest crack. I ain't mad at you. All right, well, let's pour it up. And I did a slight hard pour because I always do a slightly hard pour with a beer that if I read it and it says that it's unfiltered, then that means that maybe some sediment had went to the bottom. So besides shaking up the beer and having it go all over the place, you just give it a nice hard pour. All right, Brewmasterz. All right. So what we love to do is check the clarity of the beer. That's why we put something on it. That's why we got this little guy right here. So we like to look at it, and right now it's looking pretty unfiltered to me, pretty cloudy to me. Man, in this beautiful tulip glass that Schoof has made, they really know how to harness these bubbles, man. Look at those bubble clusters at the top, man. It's beautiful. It's nice and foamy. It's very, very thick at the top, man. It's beautiful. It has a nice, pretty, dark champagne-ish color, dare I say, slightly lemon color. On the nose, it's very fruity, orange, pineapple, passion fruit, slightly piney, even though I love my Midwest IPAs that carry a lot of pine scent to them. This one not so much. It's more fruity. It also kind of smells like Concord grapes, like Welch's grape juice or something. Has a very fruity flavor, but that's what you expect because it's a New England style IPA made out there in Illinois. Not just Illinois, Naperville, Illinois. Okay, Naperville. I was very surprised driving through your city, Naperville. Hey, shout out to Naperville. Y'all got a nice little town, nice little situation going out there. Remind me of a little place where I grew up down in Tennessee. But back to this beer. It does have a very gummy bearish, very sweet smell to it, picking up all different kind. Pineapple and mango are probably the strongest things that I pick up, but I'm picking up a bunch of different fruits. And just looking at it, I sat here and talked just a second just so I could see if it was going to dissipate and how much it dissipate. All right, we're going to check that out. When you set this thing down, what is it going to look like? Now look at this. Look at that gorgeous lacing just clinging on to the glass. Very champagne, very toasting like. All right, but the most important thing about this beer is not all those other factors, but those help. All right, it helps you know what this thing gonna be before you even put it in your mouth. All right, so now let's get to the grand moment of them all. Let's get to the tasting of it. Let's see how it tastes, Brewmasterz. Lotus hops. That's what that is. Nice, crispy, light. All right. You know, bringing all of those fruit flavors that a New England style IPA is going to give you with just like a little hint. Just a little hint of pine at the end. All right, very well done, very well crafted, Naperville. Didn't know you had all of this complexity right over there in Naperville. Not just Illinois, it's Naperville. All right, Naperville. Let's give it a second taste. Very silky. Is how I would describe the mouthfeel. It's very silky, elegant, light, nice. 6.8. Yes, 6.8. So almost 7 ain't bad. It's not boozy or over boozy where it's like you're tasting alcohol right away. You know, you have a couple of these, it's gonna let you know about it. But very, very flavorful. How they were able to balance all those different fruit flavors. Man, that's them Lotus hops. How they were able to balance all those fruit flavors, keep it nice and clean, nice and light. You know, this is a nice, crisp, light one that you can enjoy on a nice hot summer's day or evening for that factor. You know, if you're out there and you got you a bonfire, you know, you got your bonfire going, you know, you could toast up one of these and know you're gonna, you know, you gonna fit right in, you know, with your taste buds. All right. Well, it's been fun, man. This has been a nice beer that we were able to catch out in Illinois. Naperville, Illinois. All right, man, go get you some. If you're down in Naperville or if you're in the Midwest, period, you might be able to run up on Solemn Brewery and grab you some of this Facing Always, Always Facing. Facing Always, Always Facing. All right, Brewmasters, enjoy this one. Cheers. Look at that. Check it out. Ooh. Lacing still on the glass, man. Damn, the beer almost gone. The lacing, it just won't let go. Let go, lacing. Let it go. All right, man. Peace.
Yeah. We don't just drink beer, we taste it. Shout out Brewmasterz. Kind of appearance it good. Shout out Crafty Follow. Shout out Beer Zombies.